So this area is nice and flat, but it's quite boggy. I'm just a little bit concerned that this gets flooded. What we don't want to do is wake up in the night and find out that the tent is flooding because the tide's coming. This definitely gets wet here. To be honest, I think this whole area will flood. I think so. I think we need to get some higher ground over there. Now this is better. You can see this area is bone dry. There's a nice flat area here. The water shouldn't come here. So this is the Nature Hike Cloud Peak 2, and the great thing about this tent is it's a dome tent, which means we don't really need to peg it and we can move it around. So if it's on like a lump or a bump, we can literally take the whole tent and just shift it. Now what we do is we go from the outsides and work our way in. So literally just twist this on. So we can literally just pick this up and move it like so.
Ooh. Well, that looks different.
A little bit of bioethanol to help the barbecue.
No.
Go on.
There we go, magic.
I think what that wants now is some meat across it to get the juices dropping down. I've got a little bit of action here, a little bit of fat dripping from the sausages onto the barbecue, just giving it a little bit of power. So the sausages are almost done, but Magda thinks they need a little bit more. And the barbecue's just kicking off now because there's a little bit of a breeze coming, which is feeding it.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit chilly now. It is getting a bit chilly. Okay, we think it's done. So time for the taste test. You got a knife? Don't need it. All right.
Hold it.
Mustard in the bottom. That'll do.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more, whatever.
The gap was hot.
Yeah. To let that cool down a little bit.
Oh.
Right. taste test. That is hot. Oh, that's good. Oh, that tastes good, that does. You want to try that?
No, I'm having mine.
Why is it that food always tastes better when you've cooked it outside on a fire?
I don't know.
What does that taste like? That's like a giant hot dog, but it's more meaty, like proper meat. 10 out of 10 that.
Sausage and bread and mustard.
And now we've got fireworks. So the Nature Hike Cloud Peak 2 has got 2 vestibules. It's got a nice big pocket up here. It's not quite as spacious inside as my Hilleberg. However, it is higher. It's a little bit narrower, but it is higher. Easy to pitch. Reasonable price, about £140. I highly recommend this tent for anyone who's starting out. Very good first tent or a starter tent. I don't think it would stand really high winds or anything like that, but it's quite robust. It's got aluminium poles. Quite thin poles, but at least they're aluminium poles. Comes with a little ground sheet, which is quite nice. It's pretty light and it's quite nice and taut. Yeah, so I've had this for about, how long have I had this now? This tent? 2 years. Yeah, so I've had this 2 years and it's a good tent. Definitely the best tent that I've got for beach camps. The Hilleberg isn't really suitable for a beach camp because it's a tunnel tent, so you're relying on the pegs holding it up. But with this, you don't need to peg it. And obviously if you're on a beach, if you're on sand, it's very difficult to peg things. So that's where a dome tent is best. And also my Hilleberg was about £1,000. This is 140, so if I'm going to have this around like barbecues and campfires and things like that, I don't want to get it damaged, but I'd much rather get this one damaged than the Hilleberg. So I've got these LED lights which I bought off Amazon yesterday. They're okay. They give a nice amount of illumination actually, and they roll up onto this spool which actually serves as a light itself. It's got various different settings. See if I can find the button. Yeah, so we have the LEDs, different colours. That is the LEDs on plus the light on, and I think you can use this as a power bank as well. You can plug into it, which is quite handy. And then when you're done, you can just wind this and it sucks the cable back in. You wind it up, so that's quite good. Quite impressed with that. It was only about, I think it's about £10.
my god!
This is what happens if you don't peg your tent down.
Flying dragon! Oh no, oh no, no!
This area right now is really nice and warm and welcoming, but in the winter this is one of the coldest places in the UK you can be, with freezing cold wind coming off of the sea there.